it that we falling off lately? Maybe we just ain't been on the same page.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am filming one of the most requested videos whenever I post a vlog where I have makeup on, which is my makeup routine. You guys seem to love it. I have shared a video of how I do my makeup. It was about a year ago, I think. Right about this time last year I did share a video, but I'm kind of guessing some people are new or some people never got to see that video. So I decided, since I'm attending an event today and I am wearing makeup, I would actually film the makeup tutorial for you guys. So I'm filming in my room because it just made sense for me to do it in here, but and I just didn't want the background to be too busy or anything like that. So yeah, to start off with, you obviously want to start with a clean face, good skincare routine. That is what is important to have a good looking makeup routine, is to make sure that your skincare routine is like top notch. So make sure you don't skip on your night routines and your morning routines. That's how you'll have that good looking glowy skin. One other tip I would say as well is usually the setting spray that you use towards the end, which determines whether your makeup is going to look dry or dewy or whatever finish you are going for. And that's what it will basically give you. So without wasting any further time, we're gonna get into it. So I think I'm just gonna talk through it, and some parts when either I'm blending or putting on certain things, if it's taking too long, I'll just try like speed through it. But just to start off with, this is my makeup bag. So I got this from Shein, and I love this bag because it literally fits everything that I need. I'm gonna try open it and not drop anything inside, I hope. I've tried to pack it in a neat manner. So at the top here, if I can show you guys, I have brushes. I feel like I have quite a few brushes. Most of the brushes are from Shein as well. I keep my brow stuff at the top as well, and I love the fact that it closes, which allows for the brushes that have product to not transfer any product into your bag. It is quite clean because I recently washed it. That was one thing I liked, because I was able to wash the entire thing without it damaging. And then another favorite is that it's got these different compartments over here which allow you to pack things differently. So I have like my foundations and concealers on this side, and then I have my powders here. I have a couple of powders here as well. I've got my highlighter here. I also have like my beauty blenders, and then I have some setting sprays in here, mascaras, and a foundation in there as well. So I love the fact that it allows you to have everything in one place. I think I just dropped the brush. So yeah, as I was saying, I love the fact that it allows you to have everything in one place. That way you're not like searching around for what you should be using. So if you guys can see, I recently got my eyebrows microbladed, so I don't really spend much time on my brows, but when I did before, I used to use and just show you guys this brush. No, I used to use this Quick Face. This one's finished, I think. Right in your camera. I used to use this Quick Face pencil from Mr. Price, and I love it. I feel like when they did this, they definitely knew what they were doing, and it's quite affordable. It's 60 Rand, so that's what I used to use. But now that I don't really need it, I just go in with my favorite concealers, which are from a brand that I love a lot, and I've worked with them quite a bit. This L'Oreal, I have them in 2 shades. This L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour More Than Concealer. This is amazing not only for brows, but to conceal your under eyes as well. For the longest time, this is what I used to use, but then I'll show you guys like what I use now. So we're just gonna go into our brows. So as I've mentioned, I take this with this angled brush over here. As you guys can see, it looks like that, which allows you to have like a precise application. So I basically just conceal the top and the bottom. So I'm done with my brows, and you can see I like to do my brows first because I feel like it allows me to blend out the concealer with my foundation if it is a bit too light. So for my primer, I go in with this Maybelline Fit Me primer, this matte and poreless mattifying primer. I really love it. It does say it's mattifying, but I feel like it's not really that like drying as other mattifying primers. So I like to focus on these key areas, not too much on the under eye because then that tends to be a little dry. So I've applied the primer onto my face, as you guys can see, and then the next step would be to put foundation. So I've been trying to use my Dior foundation, which is this Dior Backstage, and I got it in the color 6N. I do feel like it is in the neutral shade, but I still feel like it does tend to come off a bit red at times, so I tend to mix it with my NARS, this one over here. So with this is the NARS what is this one, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I am in the shade Macau. My sister got this for me, but she should have actually gotten a darker shade, so it tends to be a bit too light for me sometimes because I don't like my face being too light. So what I basically do is that I just mix these two together. So I'll just like pump a bit onto my hand, the NARS. I love how creamy it is, and then I'll go in with the Dior as well, more of the Dior than the NARS. Just mix it up, and then I just apply it. As you guys can see, it's a bit warmer because I don't think I have really warm undertones on my skin, but it will all be sorted with like the concealing and stuff. And I feel like I went in with a bit too much of the foundation, but yeah, we're going to try blend it out now. Just get the hairs out of the face. There was a point where I was enjoying just blending my face like that. I'm not too sure if that's working, but I'm just gonna tap it in for this. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna tap it in for this video. Now, one other thing as well, when doing your makeup, you want to make sure you tap the remaining into your sort of like hairline, because you don't want to have that line going around, and you always want to drag it down your neck. That way it sort of like matches and it's not too obvious. So now that I'm done with my base, as you guys can see what it looks like, I go in with my contour, and I use this black opal stick. It's actually a foundation stick, and it was in the shade Suede Mocha. It is finished now, but if I can just show you guys what it looks like, I go in with that shade because I feel like this isn't too harsh for me to blend out, and it just works. It doesn't give me that harsh contoured look. So I go in with sort of like an angled brush like this. So this is the angled brush, and because it's almost finished, I just tap this in there like a couple of times to try get the product onto the brush. And then when I have a bit of product, I'll show you guys on this side, it'll be easier to show. I just then contour like that. I can also show you on this side, so you guys will get to see like the areas that I actually contour. So for the cheek, you don't want to be too low. I know some people tend to put it like lower. You just want to be right by your cheek and take it up, so a bit like a curve, if you can see. And then sometimes I will contour closer to my hairline, like whatever remaining amount was there. And then I'll go in the sides of the brush and tap it into the product, and then with the side I will then tap it onto my nose. Like, I don't want it to be too dark, but I want it to give some sort of shape. As you guys can see, there's some sort of shadow, and that's all we want, some sort of shadow on the nose. We don't want it harsh. Okay, and then when we're done with that, we want to conceal our face. And to conceal, I actually use two concealers. So the first one is this Too Faced Born This Way, and this is what it looks like. My sister got it for me when she was in England, and it is in the shade Butterscotch. That's the one I use. And then the next one that I use is a more lighter, like super light concealer. One wouldn't think to buy a super light one, but as you guys can see, the shade, it is super light. It's the Dior Forever Skin Correct in the color 1.5N. And yeah, it's great to always have a super light concealer, because that's what sort of like brightens up your face. So to conceal, I start with the darker shade and I go right under eye, just a little bit like that, flick it there at the end, right under eye again, flick it there, and then this is what I use to conceal my forehead, and then my chin. I also like to just conceal on the side of my nose, upper lip, and then I wait for it to get a bit tacky. Whilst I'm at it, I then take the lighter one, the lighter Dior shade. This is what I use to conceal the bridge of my nose, so a line like that. And then on top of the Too Faced one that I put it just here, but more closer to the nose. As soon as I put it like that, I do wait for it to get tacky before I blend it out, because I just don't want it to disappear from my face. So I'll wait for it to get tacky before I start blending. But the trick as well is to have a nice fluffy beauty blender that's been rinsed under water. Make sure to keep your beauty blenders nice and clean. So this is nice and fluffy because it was underwater, but I removed the excess water in there, and it just helps me blend out nicely. I have recently been trying the whole brush method, but because I'm not so great at it yet, I try not to use it when I'm going out. Like today I'm going to be at an event and they might be taking like pictures and stuff, so I tend to go with like tricks that I am so used to. So I'll just wait for about maybe 2 more minutes for this to get tacky, then we'll blend it out. So now I feel like it's more than tacky enough, so I'm just gonna start blending. So I just tend to pinch, let me just show you guys. So I just tend to like pinch the beauty blender like that, and then I will like blend it out. So this is where you are more than allowed to make crazy facial expressions. I tend to drag the excess to my upper eye. I only do this when I don't have lashes, because when I do have lashes, I'm unable to do so. But yeah, I will. I know it looks bright, but don't worry, it won't look this crazy. We'll sort it out. But I kind of feel like it looks brighter on screen than what it actually looks like in person. I then always go back with my foundation brush, as you can see, just to avoid any harsh lines, and that way it just sort of like seams it out. I don't know, like blends it out. I really hate it when you can literally see like where the foundation starts and where it stops, or where the concealer starts and where it stops. And then I just go back again to get rid of any harsh lines from the brushes. As you guys can see, this is what it's sort of looking like. And then I blend out the nose last. With that additional, I still kind of blend it into the forehead, but I'll go back in with the foundation brush. I know it kind of looks crazy right now and I look like a ghost, but it will be fine. Now that you guys can see, this is where we are at now. You don't want to rush out your blending because this determines like the final look. So if you feel like there's some harsh lines somewhere, you're more than welcome to like go in and blend again. Okay, so now that we've blended our concealer, our highlighter, foundation, and we're happy with what things look like, I then go in with my micellar water. I then go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, which is this one with the pink cap, which is in the color Translucent Honey, and I prefer the one in the pink rather than the one in the darker cap. And yeah, it just looks more, it's not very pale, so it doesn't pale out your face. So this is what it basically looks like, and it warms up your face. And to use that, or to put that onto my face, I use these powder puffs that I got from Shein. I love these because they're washable, so you can use them again. So like for the first bit of the putting on the translucent powder, you want to make sure that you dab and take as little product as possible, and then just sort of press the product into your skin, which is what I do first. So I try to remove the excess product. I start off with the under eye, and as you can see, it's a triangle. So I like to put the triangle straight based on where my nose contour is and drag it out. Same on the other side, and then I will also blend out my forehead. So basically all the areas that we concealed, we want to set in place so that the concealer doesn't move. And then I will go in with a bit more product on the under eye, but I won't leave it there for too long. So while I just quickly wait for that to set a little bit onto my face, I am just going to quickly work on my eyeshadow. I don't really use eyeshadow, I just use my contour powder, but I'll quickly show you guys. So you guys have to promise not to laugh at the next product that I'm going to be showing you, because it is broken, but I can't find this product anywhere and I love it and I'm not willing to let it go, and it's the one product that works for me. So this, as you guys can see, don't judge, is my NYX. It used to be a powder foundation and it is in the shade Mahogany. It is broken, but I still have some product in there that I'm able to use, so yeah, I still use it. I like to go for a very easy eye. I'm not a fan of eyeshadow, even though I think maybe I should have put eyeshadow today, but I'm not going to test it out because I'm just doing my everyday makeup routine. So I go in with this blending brush. I think, yeah, it's a blending brush, and I just tap some product into the powder. I just love giving some definition or shape to my creases. I don't really like the whole stress of eyeshadow, so I then take that and I just blend it into the eye. I don't know if you can see, but it sort of just like takes the eye out in a way. As you guys can see, I've done the upper part, and then for the bottom part I just use sort of like an angled, this, what can I call it, this flat brush over here. This one was stolen from my sister for sure. Yeah, I use that for the bottom part of my eyes, and I'll show you guys. I just need to be strategic about this powder because it's broken. So once I have product there, I just brush it on the bottom lid, like where my eyelashes are basically. If there's more definition on the eyes, I then just put a bit of powder, that's similar powder, onto my the areas that I contoured, or should I say onto my cheeks. And I use this brush over here, which was also stolen from my sister. I'm sure she's aware of that. So it's just to warm up my face a little bit. I don't want too much, but I also just want to set that, make sure that it doesn't move. And I bring it all the way up. Now once I've done that, with that same brush, with whatever remaining powder it might have, I then go and lightly dust off whatever powder I had. Bring it down to set that foundation. As you guys can see, I've dusted everything off my face. So as you guys can see, I've dusted everything off my face, and now the next product is also a NYX product that you guys are not allowed to laugh at me either, but it works. And it currently still does an amazing job. So I don't even know what it's called. I think it was called the Contour Intuitive something. I can't even show you the top part, but I used this, and I used this one here as my blush. So this is what I feel like puts the makeup together and brings it, just like completes the look. Like if you're wondering why your makeup looks sometimes don't give, just put blush. Like blush is always the saving grace. So I like to just put it at the top. I don't do the whole smiling thing anymore because I feel like I end up putting the blush on the wrong spots when I do that. But you want the blush to just be on your cheekbones, and you want to just drag it out. I've seen a lot of people putting blush on their nose these days, and I feel like I need to go back to that, having like a little reindeer nose. So yeah, we are almost coming to the end of our makeup look, which is great because it actually hasn't taken us that long. For highlighter, I use this Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow highlighter. It's also broken. It was also a stolen product that just never returned back to my sister, but that's basically the shade in there. And then I use one of these brushes from Switch Beauty back in the days, but I then just like tap, but not really lifting it that high up. You want to remove the excess highlighter. Oopsie. And then what I do for the highlighter is that I just sort of like tap the lightly, not sweep, but lightly tap just right above the blush. And I also tend to highlight a bit of my forehead, which we kind of put too much. Highlight a bit of my forehead. Bit of my chin. And then whatever remaining amount, I just tap it on the tip of my nose. For a smaller brush, this is what it looks like. And with that, I then go in with the smaller brush. Which I tap into the highlighter. Once I've tapped it into the highlighter, I then put it on like the, what is this, tear ducts of your eyes. I think for today I'm gonna put a bit of highlighter on my crease, just to create like a cut crease illusion. So as you guys can see, the look is almost coming together. I'm just gonna put mascara and put my lashes off camera, and then I'll come back to finish off the look with the lipstick and the setting powder. Now that I've put on my lashes and my mascara, so mascara, I just went in with the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Totally love this girl. She is the girl that she thinks she is. But because my bottom lashes are quite long, I tend to do this last after I have applied my setting spray, because if I do it before, then I get those dots everywhere. So for my lipstick and my lip liner, I get this question a lot. and I also use NYX products, and unfortunately you can't find NYX in South Africa. So for the lipsticks, I love these soft matte lip creams. This is what they look like. I tend to usually like restock when I travel, so this is one of them, and this is in the shade London. I do have another one which is new, which is this one over here in the shade Abu Dhabi. I got this one when I was in Sydney. If I show you guys the shades, they are very similar to each other. You guys would be like, why would you purchase something that is so similar? But they kind of do look different, and they just work. So these are them together. So this is the London, and no, this is the London and this is the Abu Dhabi. Another little thing that I have is my itsy bitsy lip liner that I also got from NYX. It's so small because I can't find a new one, but I love, now the English is going. I love this so much, and it just works. So I just line my lips, and I like to have like a thick layer of the liner. So as you can see, I have quite a thick layer of a liner on my lips, and then I go in with the cream soft matte lipstick. You want to make sure that you concentrate the lipstick in the middle and still keep that dark outer layer on the outside. But at the same time, you want it to be blended. So yeah, I love the fact that it is super creamy but dries off matte. So when you do apply it, it's not too dry in the beginning, but it does apply matte. I love matte lips because I feel like they just go with my makeup look, as you guys can see. So now that we're almost done, this is the second last step, because the last step will be to put our lashes. So I love this. Ever since I've tried it, I've never gone back. It's this Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I love this girl so much. For somebody like me who suffers from a dry sort of like T-zone when I have makeup on, this girl is amazing. She definitely is the airbrush flawless setting spray. So this is what the bottle looks like, and I just love how elegant it looks. I love the bottle, the colors that they've used, and yeah, it just looks great. So if you know me, you will know one thing about me to complete my makeup look is that I'm not selfish with setting spray. So just close your eyes. We let that dry, and then as soon as that has dried, we will do our under eye mascara. And yeah, this is my everyday makeup look. Doesn't take me too long. I know it did take me longer here, but I'm usually so quick because I already know like where I'm placing everything and what I am doing. So yeah, I'll come back in a few when this is dry and I'll put my under eye mascara. So you guys can see what difference mascara, bottom mascara does. Like this looks more, and totally fine to not put on the other side if you're not trying to go for like the dark look. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you basically go watch my old makeup tutorial, you will realize that it's basically the same technique. Nothing has changed, maybe just a couple of products here and there that have changed. As I mentioned, the star of the show as well is this Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. If you can get your hands on one, definitely do, because it just brings everything together. If you guys remember when we started doing the makeup, when we were blending out the concealer, I was like, did I put too much concealer today? I'm gonna start looking like a ghost. But as you can see, there's nothing, there's nothing that looks harsh, and I think it looks quite beautiful and seamless. Do let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you'd like to see next on the channel. Now that we have the makeup look out of the way, we can definitely try film something else. We can maybe try film a makeup look with like maybe a chit chat or something. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let us get to 50k, please. Love you all. Bye.